Let's go. Turn up the volume. From the basement of the Empire State, this is the Basement Surge.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to the Basement Surge, everybody. Yeah, that's right. I kind of messed up the intro, kind of like I messed up the outro last week. Remember?
You're keeping it, consistent.
I'm keeping it consistent. Thank you very much for joining us this week, everybody. We got a full house this week. Well, not necessarily a full house, but we got a couple of guests, and I'm excited.
A full basement.
I'm excited, but because not only are we streaming over on Facebook and YouTube, but we're also simulcasting over on Instagram. So if you're watching over on Instagram, thanks guys, I appreciate you. I got it streaming on the phone right here next to
yeah, I got 3 cameras. If you see my head going like this, I'm just trying to include everybody.
Right. All right, so I guess first of all, before we start getting everybody up on the stage here, okay, I just real quick want to go over what the episode was this week of Basement Surge.
You had an episode drop?
Yeah, we had an episode drop. Paul Cubby Bryant was on the show.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. Okay, like there's no like missing that. Okay,
I feel like I missed it somewhere. I didn't see it on Instagram, Facebook, Twitch,
right.
Thread.
Yeah, no, it was literally everywhere, and
it should be.
Paul Cubby Bryant he is such a cool dude. He sat down with me for almost an hour. We spoke about his career. We spoke about him traveling the world with the Backstreet Boys and reporting back. And raising chickens. This guy raises chickens in Jersey, so who knew?
We need to talk.
Right.
We need to talk. I need to get some chickens. I need to go out and convince John to let me get chickens in the back.
Yeah, it's not happening in Brooklyn. It's really not. But if you haven't seen it yet or listened to it, do me a favor, head on over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up and ring the bell. But go listen to it, go watch it. It's an awesome episode. Cubby was great. I pulled it off quite nicely, I think.
Yes. You totally couldn't tell how nervous you were.
Yeah, no. All right, everybody. So we got a couple guests here. If you're watching over on Facebook and YouTube, you guys will be able to see them. But on Instagram, I think you should be able to hear them. So let's get Jeff in on this.
Hey,
Jeff,
hey guys.
The official 3rd member of the Basement Surge.
It feels like I'm the 4th member now. Like Heather's been doing like an excellent job. She's there more.
Aww.
She participates. You know what? I'm still the 3rd. Let's put Frank 4.
That sounds good to
there
me.
You go.
Yeah, because he's really not that likable.
Right.
He's definitely not as good looking as me.
That's
Definitely.
right.
So yeah, I'll stay 3rd.
Okay, good.
Sounds good.
All right, we got 2 other guys in the green room here. We got Brian and Mark from Talking Shit. Guys, how you doing?
What's happening, y'all?
What's up?
Another week, guys. Brian, like you are like commenting on all of our live shows. So I figured, what the hell, let's just bring you guys on.
It's nice to put a face to the comments. Like now, I'm like, okay, I know what you look like.
Right.
I'm the fat guy. He's the short guy. I'm the fat guy. So there you go.
Hold on, wait a minute. No, you're the tall guy. I'm fat.
Oh,
Short and fat.
Short and fat. I'm tall and fat. There you go.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah. But Jeff, the other guy up there, Jeff, this is Mark and Brian from Talking Shit. They run a great, awesome show.
I'll be nice, even though that he's an Ohio State fan.
Oh no.
Mark doesn't have his hat on, Jeff. He's a
I am
Michigan
a Wolverine fan.
Oh, okay.
He forgives you too, Mark, so you're good.
It's okay, Mark. We'll let you hang out with us still.
Jeff looks a little put off. I'm sorry, Jeff. I didn't know I was going to put you in this situation.
No, you didn't put me in this situation. Ryan Day did, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'll get by.
Yeah, you guys definitely do need a new one. I don't think he's actually a good coach as it is, but
We'll see. Move on.
I think it'll be fun.
We'll get back to
This
that.
year will be fun, actually. I think it'll be
He
really.
said, "Move on, Mark. Shut up."
It'll be really fun.
You know, just
Because then we got to start talking about playoff wins, and it just gets crazy from here.
Yeah.
Oh yes, you are correct.
So for the people watching over on Instagram on the phone here, can you guys hear the rest of the guys here on the panel? Like, just let me know in the comments.
Well, let me tell you,
Oh yeah, there you
Selena.
go.
I was watching it, but I had a volume turned down. I didn't want to.
Yeah, because Jeff, you're a pro, man. You're a pro. You know what to do.
do what you do. Really?
I'm like spilling. Oh my god, I'm
Yeah.
spilling my beer.
You're all good.
Hey Brian, where'd you get that shirt?
My wife bought this for me. I'll have to ask her.
Like all of us men, our wives buy our clothes. It's okay. I understand.
We
Do you
dress-
think? Does it look like my wife bought me a Spider-Man shirt?
Yes.
Yes.
She did not.
My mom did. No.
Listen, here's the thing. You know, if I just mention that I like a certain thing, my wife is all about it, and she's like, you know what? I'm buying it. Don't even
Well,
care.
that's nice of her.
Too.
2
Yeah.
days
Yeah.
later, Amazon truck comes, and I'm like, there you go.
I'm
Yeah.
like, this beer. What? I need a
My
napkin.
toys. Most of them came from my wife.
That is a great selection. I'm trying to catch it all. There's so much. The Hot Wheels over here got me all. I'm digging that. It might be a Hot Wheels movie. I hear. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, I heard that one too.
I don't know
I
how.
also, I was reading today that the new Barbie movie is being it's banned in 14 countries right now.
What
because
I missed?
because John Cena's a merman.
John Cena's a merman.
Yeah, a mermaid. He's a mermaid in the new Barbie's movie, and
Oh.
a lot of countries don't like that.
They're boy mermaids. If you watch the actual mermaid movie, the original, there's boys.
Yes, yeah. I thought it was funny though. I was reading. I'm like, oh my god, people.
Yeah, I can kind of see that. I could see John Cena as a mermaid.
So can I see him pulling it off really good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was in it.
Yeah, I didn't know until today.
Me neither.
So guys, we live down in Florida.
We
And
live in the dick.
What we call the Devil's Armpit. It was a swelter. I'm not even kidding you. It had to be 110 today.
It was 115
like,
today.
on the pavement. On the pavement.
115.
It was
115.
ridiculous. So I gotta know. I know the basement. How's the basement feel right now? But how is it outside?
I want to show you something right now. Look at this. This is the only fan I got going on the desk.
Yeah. And guess who it's pointed at?
Oh, he doesn't share the fan?
No.
I'm
all
off
right.
my game because there's a great OnlyFan joke in there somewhere, and I missed it. It did not snap.
Get him, Jeff.
I regret it. I regret that I missed that. I got to stop doing these shows sober.
Yeah.
I-
Yeah. That's what it is, Jeff.
I didn't even know we were drinking beer tonight. I was just like, oh, I'm gonna go jump on the show real quick.
That's a requirement for John's show, typically.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
I'm already about like 4 in already, man. You got to catch up.
Yeah. It's a requirement for watching it too. It gets funnier that way.
Yeah.
It does help. It does help.
But the basement, like I've been down here all day working, and for the past 2 days, and it's really hot.
Yeah, I think you lost like 10 pounds.
Yeah, it's really humid, in this basement. Like there are windows around the basement, but I can't open them. Like they're not
Sealed.
able. They're sealed.
Oh.
So I don't have any income of air. So I got this little shitty desk fan that doesn't do anything.
Yeah. We have a door, but if you open the door, all the mosquitoes come in.
Right.
So it's like, do you want to get eaten alive or roast? And
Yeah, I have to get like one of those space ACs, that you can put in the room, and not a window AC, but one that I can just plug into an outlet or something.
Yeah, it was just normal hot here. It's like 85 and humid, but just normal. Midwest.
Yeah, that's why I texted you earlier. Like, how are you doing with the heat? Like, you enjoy?
Yesterday got warm. but
Yeah.
it wasn't too bad today. It's just
Yeah,
normal
yesterday
hot.
was worse.
But
So, did you guys listen to the latest episode of Surge?
No, but I know that you had Paul Cubby Bryant. I know that you had him on the show, and I was going to go back and listen to that because I didn't get to listen to. Was that a live show or was that a pre-recorded?
No, it was recorded. Do you know who Paul Cubby Bryant is? Have you ever heard of him?
Radio host.
Yeah, like
Hey, you told us a few weeks back that you were going to have him on.
right.
Yeah.
No, I mean like beforehand. Have you ever heard of him before me?
No.
No. Okay.
I've heard the name. I've heard the name.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just curious, like how far the reach goes, as far as, because I know up here in the Northeast, like he's pretty well known, especially here in New York, but he's also done work in Texas and Virginia before, so it's kind of like, so he might be known
Other
like
places.
up and down the East Coast or like, and I don't know if you guys are able to listen to his show that he currently does now, but
I've never even tried. I'd be honest.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I would.
I haven't listened to the radio in like 6 years, so I'm a bad
Yes.
bad ask.
I'd rather listen to Spotify or something that has no commercials or whatever in it. So
Right. Yeah, no, he's his show is from like 6 to 10 in the morning, from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m.
yeah, that's too early. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I hear him in the morning going to work, so it's like because I'm going to work at that time.
Right.
So that's the only reason I'm on the radio.
Yeah,
listen
so
to
it was like and he's on iHeartRadio, so if you guys listen
Oh,
to
wow.
iHeart, so
That's
Is he
pretty
like
cool.
the-
I mean, it's pretty cool just because I haven't heard him.
I'm
doesn't
gonna have
mean
to. I'll check the episode out.
awesome, thanks.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely listen.
But it was funny because before he came on, I was trying to think of like the perfect opener for him, like how to introduce him, and I went the safe way, I think, and because what I was planning on doing, and Heather said I could do it, but a couple other people said no, I don't think you should do it because it might be a little iffy. Was both of us, I was going to say, well, my guess this week, we both have shows on iHeartMedia. The only difference is that he makes a paycheck and I don't. Ladies and gentlemen,
I thought it was funny.
Brian probably would have said that.
Yeah, I'd have been fine with that.
right.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I think if we have a guest like that, Mark, I think that I would ask that guest the question first, just because I don't want to upset anybody. You know what I'm saying,
Well,
right?
Normally, what we do when they come in and we say, or before we even get them in the interview, we always ask them, "Is there anything you don't want to talk about or say or anything?"
Yeah,
and tell
he
them.
did.
Yeah, that's what I did. Yeah.
And the only thing that we come up with is we don't like to talk about politics. I mean,
Right.
other than that, I mean, it's good to go.
He was great. It was like, I asked him, is there anything you don't want to talk about? And he's like, no, let's just do the episode. If you talk about something I don't want to talk about, I'll just tell you during the episode. And I was like, all right, fair enough. And it was great. It was a great interview.
So a couple of weeks back, we had a pickpocket on the show. I'm still looking for my wallet, by the way. I can't.
I stole it.
But the only thing he didn't want to talk about was like his family life.
Okay.
And we totally bounced around those questions.
I totally get that.
Very little, like, hey, where are you from? Canada? All right, great, perfect.
Yeah.
That was
Right.
it.
Yeah, we got it.
Awesome. But so how'd you guys spend your 4th of July?
Celebrating my daughter's birthday.
Hey,
Aw,
happy
well,
birthday.
She hates her birthday.
Her name is Liberty.
Never
she was
mind.
born on the 4th of July.
Yep.
She just turned 21,
Yep. And she doesn't drink.
and she doesn't drink.
She don't drink. She doesn't swear. This kid is
Good.
odd compared
Such a good kid.
Yes.
She's a
She
good
just
kid.
She just graduated from college 6 months ago. Not even
Good
6
for her.
months.
Good for
She may
her.
not be Mark's kid.
What'd you
No,
make?
she's it was creative writing.
Okay.
Oh, see,
She's
that's good.
she's halfway through with doing writing a book. We'll see how far that goes.
Hey, it's hard writing a book.
No. She tells us what she's doing and stuff. It's really cool. I like it.
Nice.
I'm a writer. That's why I say that.
Yeah. Heather writes books all the time. Yeah. So.
And unfortunately for me, I didn't get to enjoy any fireworks. I had I've got a husky that is deathly afraid of booms and bangs.
Yeah,
I had to give him some medicine, and then I had to lay down with him and hug him. He was not having any of it.
Wow.
He tries to hide on my under my neck, and I can't deal with it because he's
a husky.
huge. Yeah. Oh yeah. He thinks he's like this big, and he's not. He's huge.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I had a husky Rottweiler mix, and Storms, forget about it. He was on my lap. He's going all around. I get it. They go under your chin, they go under your neck, and like, all right, like you're huge, you're scratching me. You're like,
yeah. Trazodone. The dog gets to take one pill of Trazodone, so I got to know that something's about to happen. So here in Florida, it storms all the time. So I'm like, dude, it's starting to look black outside. Let's give the dog some Trazodone.
yeah.
Right.
It still doesn't help.
Jeff, what'd you do for 4th of July?
This is gonna shock you.
You were camping.
I went camping and got drunk.
That's dope. I love camping.
We made some homemade pizza in I shouldn't call it homemade, but like pizza in the new pizza oven we got. And I played disc golf with some buddies.
Nice.
So yeah, it was a pretty full day, really.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you light off any fireworks or anything?
Nah.
Not
never really
3 or 4 of them.
no. Never really done any. Never.
Wow. Yeah, we used to be huge with fireworks here in Brooklyn in the neighborhood, but it's like they kind of outlawed it. It's illegal to buy fireworks and set them off now. Not that it stops people in the neighborhood, but it's kind of hard for us. It's kind of like buying drugs. You got to know a guy.
You seen what they want to do? They want to trade fireworks to doing the drones instead.
Yeah.
He said it's safer, and I'm like, that's no fun.
Right.
I mean, it could be really nice and all, but they don't want it. They're trying to do away with fireworks, I think.
Yeah, man. Part of the fun is the risk of like blowing your hand off.
Jeez.
Well, you remember as a kid when they would go up, you'd pretend like you're being shot or something, and
Oh yeah.
Yeah, me and my friends
We used to shoot them at each other.
Like me and Frank used to take the Roman candles and shoot each other.
Hold it. You gotta hold it.
We did a lot of dumb shit with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like I've set garbage cans on fire. Like I've blown them up, and it's just M80s and like
Just the other day here, close to me, the neighbor was setting them off and burnt their neighbor's house down. So
oh shit.
yeah, that happened just the other day. Well, it wasn't July 4th. It was like the 2nd or the weekend, but yeah. So
Wow.
that went bad.
Holy
But,
crap.
Sucks.
Nobody was hurt, or I wouldn't have told the story.
It sucks for both of those people, though.
Yes.
One person that lost their house, and the other person that's going to jail for a
The other
very long
person's in
time
deep
for-
shit. That's
Oh,
exactly
yeah,
what I said.
absolutely.
That's a lose-lose.
Sandlot John from Instagram says it's easier to buy drugs than it is to get fireworks.
Or you can buy all the fireworks you want in Ohio. You just have to lie and say you're letting them off in another state.
Right.
Like say a much crappier state, like I don't know, I can't think of any offhand.
like Michigan. I
Michigan.
know you wanted to say that.
Michigan. I couldn't. That's a good idea. Isn't it?
No,
Actually,
Mark doesn't care.
I don't
when I
think
used-
Michigan's one of them. I think
No.
I think we always say West Virginia because
when-
you can do whatever the hell you
Yeah.
want in West Virginia.
my mom and my uncle and stuff would go to Ohio when we used to live in Michigan. We'd go to Ohio, get the fireworks, and then go back up to
Yeah.
Michigan. And it was also cheaper because Michigan don't allow you to really do that. So
It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
It's still like that. You can buy. There's stores everywhere, and a lot of them are run by the Amish, which is ironic, but that's a real thing. They do. They
Yeah.
they own a string of them.
That's ridiculous.
And then you lie and say you're going to like Delaware and let them off or something, or just whatever.
Yeah.
There's like it's super weird loophole, but
Huh. Wow. Yeah, we used to have this guy down the block from us every year. It was like his holiday. It was his thing that he would put the biggest show of fireworks off, every year. And he passed away like 2 years ago. And the block, it hasn't been the same. But
was it from fireworks?
yeah, it was from fireworks.
No.
I was thinking that's where the story was going.
Yeah. And he used to get his fireworks over in Pennsylvania.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know?
You can do anything in Pennsylvania.
Right.
Oh, unless you want to buy a beer.
Oh.
If you want to buy beer in Pennsylvania, they really
Yeah, don't they have a cap on that or something?
You've got to buy from distributors, and you can buy only.
Yeah.
But you can go through a drive-through and buy a keg, but you can't go into a gas station and buy a 6-pack.
Right.
Shit.
That's
Well,
I'm
that's-
not exaggerating
You are
those laws at
so
all.
spot on.
Yeah, the store by your parents' house in PA, that's a distributor.
Right.
That's not like a regular.
And,
grocery
well, you
store.
and you have to buy a case. You can't buy a 12
Right,
pack.
yeah.
Right.
Don't be a
Right.
dummy like me and pick up a 12 pack thinking you can buy it. No. Or you could go into a bar and come out 8 times with a 6-pack, but you can't buy 8 while you're in the bar. These are all real things in Pennsylvania.
Wow.
Yeah, it's much easier to be an alcoholic in Ohio. You can buy it literally anywhere.
Well,
Virginia used to have the drive-through cocktail bars.
Oh,
Really?
dang.
Drive-through liquor store, and then like you could get a cocktail in a cup with a lid.
It had a
The
lid,
had
so
to
you
be
could
taped.
definitely not drink it in the car.
Well, the
They put
lid
a
had to
lid on
be
it.
taped shut.
Taped on.
that's kind of like promoting drinking and driving, isn't it?
Oh, no.
They taped the lid on, John.
Oh,
It's
Totally
taped.
different.
okay.
It's totally
That-
Virginia. I don't know what the hell they got going on out there.
that makes a difference. Yeah.
I think my favorite thing about like during the lockdown was that the Uber drivers would actually like bring you alcohol.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Like
I thought it was so
DoorDash and
cool.
Uber and all that. Like you could just get a 6-pack from them and they'd bring it to you. I was like,
They also have a service that just brings you alcohol,
Yeah.
but I don't know nothing about that. You know. I don't drink.
you wouldn't. No.
Wait, tell me more about this.
You didn't know about that?
No.
That's something we should have started when we were younger.
I tried to. I was like, but everybody's talking about food truck. Let's do food truck and this and that. So we did a food truck. So we got this great food truck. That's fine. I
What
said,
kind of food
let's
truck? What kind of food?
carne asada, Cali
Ooh,
style,
damn.
Cali style.
Mexicano.
Yeah, my wife loves their food.
Wow. That
It's
sounds
my
good.
wife and my daughter. I built the food truck for them. So if you head over to my Facebook page, I think there's some photos over there.
Yeah,
Some
they're
of the food that I post and stuff.
He's
Every
like that.
once in a while.
Yeah.
It's this logo behind me.
We just went to a new pizzeria. We tried out a new pizzeria
gosh.
yesterday here in the neighborhood. And what's the guy's name?
Tony Pepperoni.
Tony Pepperoni is the name of the place.
I love it.
Okay. My friend John on Instagram, he would know. It's on 75th and 18th Avenue. Okay. And it's right on the corner. And Tony Pepperoni, they have great slices. But I got the menu because we were so impressed with the pizza, that I got the menu to bring home. And the menu has Mexican food in it. It's got
Yeah.
Spanish. It's got like tortillas and
Nachos.
empanadas and nachos, and like this Italian pizzeria.
He's got one half the menu's Italian, one half is Mexican, and the other half
Right.
is breakfast.
This
Is there
Italian pizzeria is run and cooked
Just-
made by Mexican guys, which is great because they make great pizza.
just curious? Next door, is there a weed dispensary? I'm just curious.
And a donut shop on the other side.
Yeah,
Two scores down.
It's a liquor store. It's a liquor store. There's a huge liquor store right next to it.
nice.
I want to live in that neighborhood.
Yeah, right.
Everything is right there.
Right
It
there.
is. I can 12 o'clock at night. I can literally walk and get anything I want.
Yeah, that is not where I live at all.
No, not us either. I mean, I think everything here closes about 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah, trust
Yeah.
me, Mark. I've lived in Florida. I know when things close.
My biggest problem is everything is open, but Dunkin' is closed by 7.
Yeah, Dunkin' closes at 7. Like, what the hell?
Wow.
There,
Yeah.
Mhm.
All the
Ours
Dunkin'
closes at what? 10?
9 or
I think?
10.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, but our Dunkin' Donuts are in Walmart now.
Well, no, we have the one in Walmart. We also have the one down by Chaz.
We have one on every block. So like you can walk
Yeah.
5 minutes in any direction.
They're not.
all
right.
They're
there.
not really here yet. We got a couple in Columbus, but they're not really. We got a Tim Hortons are bigger around
Tim
here.
Hortons is
Yeah.
way better.
There's a ton of those around here.
Those are way better. I
No,
remember
I'm
the
not-
first time.
Sorry.
I remember the first time I had a Tim Hortons. My daughter broke her newly met grandmother's collarbone by
Oh.
pushing her down the steps. No, I'm kidding. So it was the first time that my mother-in-law,
This got dark.
my mother-in-law's husband, so my father-in-law, I guess, we went to Ohio to hang out with them, and his mom was there, and she got to meet her great granddaughters, right? Great granddaughters. Yeah,
Yes.
for the first time.
We need like a little diagram. This.
And my oldest daughter went to open the door because she heard keys jiggling at the door, and so she opens the door, and this lady is carrying Tim Hortons and
Shit.
some other bags and stuff. And she saw my daughter and freaked out and fell backwards and broke her damn collarbone. I was like, "You pushed her! You fucking pushed her!" That's the story we tell, and everybody loves it. My daughter even.
Well, she's not getting a Christmas
that's the
card
story.
this year.
Yeah, that's the story you're sticking to.
I got to. But Tim Hortons, going back to that, it's fantastic. It really
What-
is. The muffins
what
are
is-
stupid.
What's Tim Hortons?
It's a donut shop.
It's
It's-
coffee shop, donut shop.
Yeah, it's like Dunkin' Donuts, just better.
Started in Canada. There's a hockey player named Tim Horton,
Oh, okay.
named
Okay.
after him. I think he died tragically years and decades ago.
Yes, something like that.
But they've kind of spread south. Ohio's just littered with them. I got a friend that owns 3 of them. Like they're just everywhere.
You know, it's so sad. Like, I don't mean to sound like rude or anything, but like, I want something named after me while I'm alive.
Yeah.
Like, they always name a street or something about them. It's like, I want to like look at it and be like, this is named after me. Someone's got to get on that.
Yeah,
I'm trying.
I'm gonna write some letters.
Yeah.
The next podcast,
Yeah, there you go.
the Heather Show.
Oh, there we go.
The Heather Show. That's it. Yeah,
I want
that's a
something
great
little
title.
Bigger.
Yeah.
A little bigger.
Well,
Unless I have a studio, like an actual, like,
Let-
you know, TV, like
let's
like a
not
couch.
let's not get crazy here. All right, you're not going to be as big as Surge. All right.
Just for the record, it's been a while, but I remember Heather was a really good podcaster,
She
a
was.
solo podcaster.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
Her
you.
show was as soon as she did, like she finally was like, okay, I'm going to start a show after us numbnuts tried it for 6
I was like,
months.
oh, if
Her
these guys-
first episode's
I-
better than all of ours. I'm like, well,
He's like, if John
I'm
could, I could do it.
I'm a complete failure.
Yeah. No, she was great at it. She's had a show or two, you know, and you know, that's why we do the live shows together and we do a bunch of Basement Surge episodes together because you know she loves podcasting. So
It's the only way I see him anymore.
yeah.
You trying to hide, John? You can't hide. You can't.
Yeah.
hide.
Yeah. But no good.
Oh, I was just gonna say. So we actually ended up cutting our show. We were doing twice a week, so I think me and Mark got to see more of each other than what we really wanted to. So I was like, Mark, we gotta cut it back.
Hey, at least for right now, we're going to cut it to at least one day.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Do you
Or
guys
at
do,
least,
you guys do in person in studio, same studio?
No,
no.
Oh,
we've only
could.
done that once.
Yeah, only once, but we could if we wanted to, but I never have a vehicle most of the time.
yeah. There's definitely how things have changed. I started off in studio and I miss it. It's a lot. This way, you do a lot more with it. But that was fun. I miss those days. I haven't done an in studio in a couple years.
I think it's different because like you're with the person and the energy is already there, and even before you hit play, you got that energy going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or sometimes you have it and you guys know this is that when it's in studio and then one of you shows up and absolutely doesn't want to be there, doesn't want to do the show. They drug themselves in and it can go the opposite way.
Yeah.
Have you been talking to Jeff?
No.
One time,
No, I
I get crazy.
No, me and my buddy had a blast. We would, it was good. But of course, then he would get to leave and then I would have 2 hours of editing the podcast. So
I know how that feels.
I know you do. I know you
Yeah,
do.
that's why we do ours live. We don't edit for shit.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a better choice. I put like sound effects in between every like made up little songs and highlight. I did a sports show, highlight reels, all this stuff. But then I did it every week. But when it's sports, especially football, you've got essentially 3 days for people to hear it, and then it's trash.
Oh, geez.
It's absolutely trash. Yeah, you were putting all that. I was up till 3 a.m. on Tuesday nights, and then had 2 days for people to listen to it.
You know,
And football started back on Thursday, and it was over.
you know what? I'm gonna go solo here for a second. Hang on.
Oh god.
Okay.
But Heather's really still there. Like I could definitely. Oh, okay. Now you're going solo.
I told you. All right. You want to start podcasting again? Let's go, man. I told you.
I've got something starting up
told you.
next week that we're gonna me and a friend of mine from New York is gonna experiment with and see how it goes. So stay tuned, John. We'll see.
encourage him.
I'm encouraging him.
I can hear his
Yeah.
wife. My ears are ringing. I can hear his
His wife
being
had
like,
no
"Shut up."
problem with him podcasting. Don't get me started.
My wife never told me to stop podcasting. She does not need me around
He
anymore.
is not the problem. Jeff is the problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
My wife just asked me how long are you gonna be. I'm like, I don't know until the show's over. What do you want from me?
Yeah, we usually run like an hour. So.
Oh, last night was 2 hours.
Shit. 2 hours. Yeah,
Last night was 2 hours, 10 guests.
We would have probably would have kept going, but well, I wanted to save more for the next time because they're actually going to we're going to have video on the next one.
Oh, nice.
Oh, no,
Some
that's
old
cool.
school footage.
Old
of some,
school, yeah, and
indie
it might
wrestlers.
actually have something of Brian for the week that he was doing it on there.
Wow.
When I got my ass kicked a lot. Anyway, so there was a couple of guys
Why
that you
don't you
saw.
want to talk about that, Brian?
Why are you skipping over this? This sounds like a very good story to tell.
Don't worry, watch the show, find out.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go. There you go.
There were 2 guys that you saw on there. If you caught it yesterday, and I think you guys caught it for a few minutes yesterday.
Yes.
Matt Thrash and Andrew Jasic. They actually have a really cool podcast that I want you guys to, when you get a chance, do me a
Okay.
favor, go over to YouTube and just type in retro rental review, and I want you to watch the. You ever watch the movie with Hulk Hogan?
No holds barred.
Yes.
No Holds Barred.
Yes.
We did. So we let them take over our show.
Is
Now
that
we
John?
did our
Okay.
show live. We did our show live, and then they took over, and then they went back and edited it with us over on the left-hand side, and it looked like they were sitting together. But if you go and watch our show on the No Holds Barred, it's like an hour and something long. Their show's 40 minutes long, way better than our show. I was like, holy cow.
Well, that's why we thought
It's
about.
funny. It's funny as hell. You'll laugh your ass off. If you remember the
retro
movie,
rental.
Retro Rental Review. It's got a like an 80s logo looking thing to it.
Well,
Is it
like-
green?
If I wasn't
No,
old,
no,
I could see.
It's like purple and
Where's your glasses, Jeff?
Oh, it's
Where's bifocals?
It's so terrible.
hang on.
That's why I'm not getting old. I refuse.
With
yeah. My body says.
Can I just say, okay, so I just hit 40 in February, right? And
Yeah, screw you guys.
I'm already having trouble seeing like small print, like really, really small print.
That I don't think is age. That I think is
Actually,
1, 2, 3 monitors that you stare at.
well,
Five.
actually, they say when you turn 40, 41, your eyesight can reverse.
See?
You have problems.
See?
Oh, mine's
Mine
going to
looks
shit now
probably
too.
good.
Like, I literally have to read stuff like this.
Yeah, I was good until about 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm trying to find the light, like holding it, you know, and I'm like holding it out here kind of thing, you know, and
Listen,
It's
last 6 months ago, my wife noticed this, and she was like, "I'm just going to get you a pair of readers,"
yeah.
and they fucking work. And I'm like, "Son of
Yeah,
a-"
it's
Like,
same
don't
here.
That they work. Like they're
It's
not
the-
supposed to work.
No, I totally get it because I resisted for so long, and
I-
my wife's like, "You sure you don't want to borrow my readers?" And finally, I put them on. I'm like, "God dang it!"
everything's clear. I'm like,
Oh,
"Holy
it's
crap, I can see
amazing.
that."
Yeah.
Like I go on
Amazing.
Facebook, I'll go on Facebook and I'll be like this, and I'm like, "What does that say?" John, can I share the screen real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
All right, let me show you what I'm talking about here real quick, if you don't mind taking a look at
Screw you, man.
this.
I'm not showing your
This
stuff.
ain't your show.
Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome
Red
to
Rental.
Wrestling Rental Review. And today we are going back to June 2nd, 1989 to take a look at wrestling's best movie ever. No holds barred.
All right, so check that out.
Yeah.
You mean
I
they
gotta
could have,
agree.
they could at least let us or put in our stuff that we did in the beginning of it.
No, that's for people to go back and watch our show. Like they took over talking shit.
The
They
best part
hacked
about
the
that,
mainframe. It was
Yes.
great.
we had this whole thing planned out before we stopped being on the network, and so we changed it up a little bit.
Mhm.
They came in, we made this whole thing so it looked like that they were coming on or hacking us, and then when they got on they were talking and stuff, and then when we get in on there we're like, this is our show, and they go, well, okay,
We
we're
finally made it on the Deluxe Edition Network, and we were
And-
like, oh, guys, we got some bad news.
Gamer Goddess from Instagram says that sounds like the 70s.
I thought I was thinking of a porn, when I first heard that.
No, it's, Gamer Goddess Selena. It's a movie from the 80s. It's a very well-known movie.
Hulk Hogan was
With
a
Hulk Hogan.
wrestler a long time ago.
It was it 80s? It had to be
Yeah.
right
It
at
was,
the
it was
edge.
89.
Yeah, right at
89.
the edge.
Yeah, well, because
Oh,
we
yeah,
had
it
to
was-
look that up. We were talking about, we were looking it up, and we're like 89, because I thought 88 I thought it was, and we were talking about that on there too.
Yeah, it was the introduction of Zeus /
Yes.
Tiny.
What's crazy is you cannot find this movie. I've tried. I searched this movie up and down, and Mark can find this movie where, Mark? I could not find this damn thing to watch it.
No
TTV.
Bard?
TTV.
Yep.
Really? It's like buried out there somewhere.
You can't get it
They
on
do that to
Hulu.
some
You can't find it on
movies.
YouTube. You can't get it anywhere.
No, I found it on TTV because that's what I used to watch movies and other things.
Porn.
And I was
other
gonna say-
things.
No porn, no porn this time.
That's
I have a different thing for that.
That's
Oh.
interesting. They a lot of these movies they do that too. Like you'll remember them, and it's just they get buried.
So
Yeah.
let's see. No Holds Barred was from 1989. This says.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. It's got Hulk Hogan and
Joan
what was
Severance.
Joe
Tom
Severance,
Lister
shoot.
Jr.
Yep.
That was
Tommy
Now-
Lister. Yep, that's Zeus.
Zeus.
Yeah. Zeus. I remember him. He was big in the 80s.
I don't want to see that preview. Thank you.
Jesus, why did it get so big?
Tiny. It's Tiny from
Yeah, it's tiny.
Friday. Yeah.
Yep.
You got knocked off.
I want to watch this now. So where can I watch it? Usually Google tells me where I can
Wait a
watch
minute.
it.
Well,
You haven't-
normally, yes, but like I said, I downloaded an app called TTV.
Okay.
Like TEA, right? TEA TV. Okay.
Gotcha.
Go ahead, Jeff. What were you gonna say?
I was asking. Have you not seen this?
No, he has seen it. It's just been forever. That's why I
That's
don't
right.
think Heather
I-
hasn't seen it.
I
I
think
haven't seen it.
I think that
Heather has
the
to
last
watch
time
this.
the last time I seen this, I must have been like 10 years old.
Exactly.
The only movie I remember, and this is aging me, that I remember the Hulk being in, Hulk Hogan, is that one where he was a babysitter. He was like a nanny.
The
The
nanny.
nanny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was another
Wait a minute,
trash
wait a minute.
bag full of
And the
garbage.
nanny had the Undertaker in it.
Did it really?
No, that was
Yeah.
Suburban Commando. Never mind.
That's what I was thinking of. Suburban Kid. But the greatest Hulk Hogan movie appearance of all time is Rocky 3. Is Thunder Lips.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Thunder Lips, yeah.
I
That's
mean,
because
he just is a
That's
like
when he was in that.
Yeah.
yeah that did. There's all the stories behind that, like
Like that
about
was Mr. T.
the business of it. It is
Yeah,
Mr. T.
how he got fired from
Yes.
WWF at the time.
Right.
Vince Senior was pissed, and then when Vince Junior bought that was his first person that he picked up or second person he picked
Yeah.
up after.
Yeah, it was a crazy story.
Yeah,
But yes, Mr. T. Mr. T. Clubber Lang.
yeah.
He got
Clubber
robbed, by the
Lang.
way. Clubber Lang should have had a career.
He
I'll
should have.
never- Yeah,
They
he
should.
was a
they
better.
should've-
He was a better boxer
movie.
than Rocky.
Whatever happened to Mr. T? Anybody know?
Oh, he's doing
he-
fine. He loves curling.
He's still around. Like I see him
He's a-
on
he's a-
Instagram and stuff.
He's
still
around. He just doesn't do a whole lot of stuff anymore.
Well, he's old.
So Let's
He's
sponsor
freaking
him.
old,
Get him on the show.
We're getting older too, but
Oh, I
Let's
think
get
he
him
would.
on the show.
Guy, he went to the end.
I
think
think
you
you
do
could
it.
definitely get him on the show.
Hey, can I just say, do you guys know who likes the Basement Surge on Twitter?
Who?
Yes.
Sergeant Slaughter. Okay.
The Sergeant Slaughter.
The Sergeant Slaughter
The G.I. Joe
follows the Basement Surge.
Sergeant.
Yeah. Follows
wow.
For watching.
That's
the
cool.
Basement
Salute.
I don't think anything compares to 80s and 90s wrestling. You know what I mean? Like, it was awesome.
Not the garbage today.
I wouldn't know. I watched it in the 80s as a kid and loved it. I mean, absolutely loved it. But then I was just done.
I still watch wrestling to this
Yeah.
day.
I think it's cool. Like if I stop by, I think it's like fun. I'm just not a fan. Like I don't, I
Okay.
can't.
I'm
I'll
not every
see.
Saturday,
It's the. So I'm a sports podcaster, so it's the opposite of what people do with like basketball. So nobody will watch basketball. They haven't watched basketball since Jordan played, and then they're experts all of a sudden every year during the playoffs. So I'm not like that with wrestling. I'll admit that like I have no idea how good or bad wrestling is right now. Seems fun to me.
It's fun. Mark likes it.
I love wrestling. I've been a fan since I went to WrestleMania 3.
Yeah.
Oh, bite me.
Why?
I think the women are killing it. Like every time I see
Yes,
them,
they are.
They
They're
seem
doing a
to be
great
doing a
job.
great job.
I hate the women matches.
Can't stand the women matches. It is so fake.
Well,
It is the worst acting I have ever seen in my life.
Jeez.
geez.
I can't do it.
Tell
This
us what-
really brought it out of Heather because usually she's
tell us
fairly
what you
passive.
really
I
think.
think we tapped
Wait,
into something.
wait,
You
before
might
we-
we might have just turned you into. Call him out right now. Call him out.
What's your wrestling name?
Mine?
Yeah,
I don't wrestling name.
you do now.
We need to have one in the next
Hey,
few minutes.
ask Brian what his wrestling name was.
Oh, what's your
Oh.
wrestling name? What was it?
Icon.
Icon.
Wow, that's great.
I thought so too.
Okay, I have
Everybody
a
said,
que- I have a-
"That's
I have a
cool
question."
name."
And as a person who I have no idea how your career went, or accolades, or any of the
One week.
I know, but I'm not. What I'm saying is I have no idea, but I do have the question. With a great name like that, do you have any rights to it?
Mm.
No, absolutely none.
Because
Ask
that
him how
is
he got his name.
like you feel like you could just sell that name for $1 billion.
I would
Sure.
still be using that name. I'd be like, listen, this is my new name. That's how it is.
We're gonna go change this on my birth certificate, and
Yeah.
then
There you go.
I
Yeah,
was
you'll
just
be
wondering. I know with wrestling, you like basically sign away kind of everything, if I'm
Yeah.
correct, as far as like naming rights and all that
Right.
stuff. Correct.
Normally they do.
So,
Yeah.
so the original booker that I worked under, basically was handing out names, and it was dumb as shit what he wanted us to do. So we were just, and that if you like go back and watch the show from last night, it was fantastic because this guy had these plans where he wanted us to be cartoon characters. We're not cartoon
Oh.
characters. We're fucking wrestlers. I
Yeah.
mean, you want us
Literally.
to be a wrestling show?
Cartman
I mean,
was one of them.
yeah.
One guy
He
to wear a
wanted
mask
one of the
Cartman.
guys. Yeah,
Oh,
one of the,
okay, that's tough.
terrible.
Yeah.
He dressed up like Superman, the guy.
Yeah, but he
like
made it work though.
So
He
you
made
came
sure-
out of it with Icon. That's good.
Hey
That's
man,
good.
I still hold 3 belts, and you can see them up there in the background.
Oh my! Do they not know your backyard wrestling stories?
Yes, he did tell us something.
Okay.
about them.
Yeah.
When I first met him, and the show on it was hilarious because they start off the show by being like, "Hey, we're going to tell you these funny wrestling stories," but 50% of the way through the show, you think that like they fought for the in their minds, you
In their
think they
minds,
fought
they
for the WWE.
we
title.
did. We
you
did.
cannot bring
See?
up belts in this house
No.
without a
Look at-
fight coming
There's-
out.
Look at
Especially-
Heather. We're getting a
we made
wrestler
our
out
own-
of her. She's
we
got the
made our-
moves.
we made our own belt right there on the end. All right, that's called the super belt, and I still hold it. Right, and it's like I don't care what Frank says. Like I kicked out of that pin.
There's
and
video. There's video.
there's video.
But the camera cannot see his shoulders.
Right.
Well, then it doesn't
Like-
matter. You lost.
No, I
Just-
didn't lose. I kicked.
There's no proof. And it's so frustrating. And it is such a huge thing.
I will argue this till the day I die.
I am a huge, huge wrestling fan. I like younger. I was obsessed.
Yeah, the
with
Attitude Era. You know,
Attitude Era,
that was
I
the
loved
best.
it.
Yeah.
And I wanted to go to the arena. My 6-year-old brother gets to go, who has no idea who anybody is, has no idea. Like if you
Listen to the passion.
okay, and they're like, but he's a boy, and I'm like, I don't give a flip. I want to go.
So that's
so-
your wrestling like origin story. So we're building on this character. I'm liking it.
So you get mad if I tell you that I went to WrestleMania 3 and to WrestleMania 24?
Yes,
Yeah,
we're
see
no
that?
longer.
Oh,
friends.
because Detroit, right? 3.
3 was in Detroit.
Silverdome.
And 24 was Ric Flair's retirement match here in Orlando.
Oh,
Wow, that must.
That
have
was
been-
an awesome match.
to see
That
that
was
live
one of the
was
awesome.
great.
Yeah. Yeah. I like it's funny because not to like bring it full circle to
Not to toot your own horn, but go ahead.
Paul
Go
Kobe
ahead.
Bryant. It's years ago when I was a teenager, I had won tickets off the radio, and I actually got the chance to go to Monday Night Raw. Which
Nice.
was pretty amazing for me because my parents we could never afford to go to any of the wrestling matches. And it was awesome. I got like one of those big foam hats.
The foam finger.
Foam finger. Yeah. And the Rock's elbow pad, I still have it somewhere, I got one of those, and it was awesome, because I won the tickets on the radio, and it was a lot of fun.
I still would like to go to one. That's one of the things I'd like to do is go see one of the live shows. They have them, of course, I think they have one in Columbus every year, but I know
it's just a good time,
It sounds fun.
Yeah, something like that. Normally it's either SmackDown or Raw, but now you got AEW also that,
Oh yeah.
I mean, in the early '90s, here in Brooklyn, we had a wrestling match. My dad surprised me one day, saying, "All right, let's go. We're gonna go to a wrestling match." I'm like, "What?" Like
that is odd.
Yeah. And I'm like, "All right, let's go." And at that match over here at the local church, right here in the neighborhood, was Jake the Snake Roberts.
That's a crazy story.
And he wrestled over here in the church for like a charity or something, and it was a bunch of other guys too, a bunch of rounds before him. He was kind of like the main event kind of thing. But it was awesome because I actually met him. I shook his hand, and it was awesome, and I loved it. And I think that's really what turned me on to wrestling, because I think ever since then, like I watched it, like I think it was on every Sunday morning.
It was years ago. Yeah, it was a Sunday morning.
WWF challenge.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. Every Sunday morning, I'd watch it.
I'd live for that.
Oh, it was so good. like Hulk Hogan, Jake Roberts, Jake Snake, and Macho Man Randy Savage, and
Brutus.
Like all
Yep.
the
Brutus had he was doing like his little sideshow at the during a lot of those
like
where
Ted
Brutus's corner, barbershop, whatever it was called.
Barbershop, yeah.
Tatanka. You guys remember Tatanka? Like
He lives right down the road from us.
No shit.
oh, why is it?
Well, that's right, because that's where the
not on your
wrestling
show? Why is he not?
Because
on
he
your
wants
show?
money.
Yeah, that'll do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Really?
So
He wants $500. $500 for an hour, and
half an
I'm
hour.
like half hour.
an
Yeah.
hour.
And then I wanted to try to get Matt Cardona on here,
I
and
don't
he
know
wants $500 for the same.
Yeah.
He's Zack Ryder on the W. He was Zack
Oh,
Ryder on
okay.
WWE.
All right. I know who he is. Yeah.
But now
Bray,
he's
Bray Wyatt.
he's a-
Bray Wyatt lives right down the street too.
Yep, Bray Wyatt. I would love to have him, but
Did you really just move that closer to you?
It was.
We will be divorced by the end of this live show.
It was.
Damn.
No, don't get a divorce until he buys tickets to the next WWE show for
He'd
you.
probably bring one of you. Okay.
I would.
get
Yeah, I would.
I'm gonna take myself.
I think Heather wants to go to a show and throw a chair or something.
Oh
Listen,
yeah.
some women want ballet. I want wrestling tickets. Okay.
Yeah.
I want.
I mean, so do I. I mean, you and I have gone to an orchestra. We went to the Philharmonic over in New York City, but I want to go to WWE.
As I say, you guys
Hey,
act like you live in Iowa.
You are aware that they have a tomorrow night. SmackDown is right there in New York, right?
Yep. Oh, I
Yeah.
know. Oh, I know how close it is.
If
Oh,
only you had some local venues that had some entertainment.
If only.
if
No.
only, you know.
Yeah, no, Jeff, what it really comes down to is money,
Well,
right?
that's a different story.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, podcasting doesn't make millions.
Yeah, podcasting's
We're
not
working on it.
free, and it doesn't make me a bunch of
No, it
money.
is crazy. Some of the prices they charge, like Madison Square Garden and stuff, it's just insane.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I think it's because of the venue. You
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
Now I will tell you, Mark does like to attend the NXT stuff. I don't know if that
Yep.
comes up to your guys' area or not.
I haven't.
I
heard
don't
coming
know.
up here.
It's
I
probably something
haven't
else up
seen it.
north, right?
It's normally Florida that it stays in.
Okay.
Here soon they're going to start expanding it more and more. So we'll see.
So the
Florida's
NXT
wild,
brand,
man.
that NXT brand is all the wrestlers that are coming
Future
up,
wrestlers.
future
Mhm.
wrestlers. So my
Nice.
girls, when they were little, they got to meet Naomi. They got to meet what's the guy that was on ESPN for a while that retired?
The Rock.
Uh,
Not the
you
Rock.
mean
No.
no,
Not Coach. The big dude. He's back wrestling again. He's like 50 years old.
Taz.
I don't remember.
What's his name?
Taz.
Not
No,
that.
no. We also got to meet Paige when she first
Paige.
got her name.
Oh yeah.
Aw.
I
I
Nice.
feel
wish
so
I would.
bad for Paige.
Who's that?
She got hurt. She was the one that hurt her
Who is
neck,
that?
right?
She's now no, she's back. She's back wrestling.
She's
with,
in AEW now.
Yeah.
All right, so Gamer Goddess on Instagram says, if you guys had one wish, what would it be?
To get her a ticket to go to tomorrow night's event.
Man, you're gonna be mad as hell if that comes true.
Heather needs to get a ticket and go watch the show live.
Well, we do have Buy Me a Coffee. We do accept payment on PayPal. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, that's a hard question. Like, if you had one wish, what would it be? I don't know.
Without saying you want more wishes or you want this amount of money or something
That's
like
what
that.
always happens. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
like it's always
But
money.
honestly,
you know?
I would want a new house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd want a house that's paid for, that's done
In the middle of
Yeah.
nowhere.
in the middle of nowhere.
Exactly.
I'll
Yeah.
take debt. I'll take debt free for 500, Alex.
Yeah, I don't
I
care.
don't got that much debt.
Yeah.
I'm not that debt.
I got some debt. We got
I
some
think I just want to be able to turn invisible.
This guy's-
I've always thought that you can really do pretty much anything if you can just
Any
turn
damn thing you
invisible.
want to.
Yeah. I was thinking about, here's the thing. I've thought about this before, because I'm a child. And I thought, it always seems cool to fly, but then I always say, well, what can you really do if you fly?
Oh,
All you can do is travel.
right.
Yeah, so what?
If you don't,
That's
but
great.
if you can fly and mix in super strength, now you have something. But if you can just fly,
Yeah.
all it really does is speed up travel.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose you could. I
Thanks
suppose
for
you.
joining us on Instagram.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, you can like steal stuff and escape and get rich, but you're still wanted. Like you're still a
Right.
person.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you're invisible,
Like flying's not what it's cracked up to be. It's the super strength. Now that you can do a lot of shit with that. But I just think if I'm invisible, I'm good.
So we all just get one of Superman's powers, and that's it.
Yeah. So when you split them up, it's really not as good as you think, except for the
Right.
laser beam eyes.
Yeah.
You can't
Just
fuck with
enough
that.
that wouldn't be good for me to have.
Yeah, laser beam eyes carry over.
I
Yeah.
want X-ray vision.
Well, that was what I was
Why?
going to say. He had
Why
X-ray
would you
and
have
laser beam.
vision?
Like, how the hell did that work?
That doesn't make it. And his X-ray is weird.
Yeah,
Like
that-
how his X-ray works is like, I don't know. I guess he could choose the depth of what he saw. Some of his powers are.
Can he? Do you think he can? Because
Well,
on
that's what they
Smallville,
should.
he just
I'm
seemed
going by
fucking-
1979 Superman. Like that's what they showed me is that he could see a woman's underwear
Yeah.
Yeah.
I-
or their heart.
X-ray vision.
Like it doesn't make any sense.
I gotta keep reminding myself my wife is on this live.
She's beside you. She's
Hi,
right
honey.
beside you.
I'm not talking to you.
Yeah. See, so
All
I told you this is gonna be a good show. I told you.
Just over here talking shit. Welcome
why
to the
wouldn't it
shit
be?
show, ladies and
That's
gentlemen.
I was just about to say that.
Being a guest is easy.
So
Yeah.
Dino
Yeah.
says,
I guess it's a walkthrough.
I'd be flying to New York all the time to surprise you guys.
This is like being a DH in Major League Baseball.
Right?
It's not that complicated.
You don't have to worry about all the work. You're not doing
Yeah.
any
You're not doing all the
production.
practice. Just
Yeah.
get up and
Like-
swing.
That's it.
Yeah, we've been searching for some guests for our show.
Hmm.
Mark, you wanna?
Hell no, I'm not telling anybody anything.
You're not telling anybody?
No.
All
No
right.
teases?
Oh
No
my
teasers.
god!
I got a teaser
I'll give you
out
a
there.
teaser. I'll give you a teaser.
Go ahead.
One teaser,
Yeah.
Mark.
Go ahead.
It's a male.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Okay.
That's
Come on,
something.
bro.
Diamond Dallas
Okay,
Page.
okay. You can see.
Let me
my-
tell it. Let me tell it.
Okay.
He's the Walmart
No, that's
Matthew
too much.
McConaughey.
That's
No,
that's
it's
too
not.
much.
The Walmart Matthew McConaughey.
Who would
like
that even be?
We don't get out much.
I'm thinking about this because I like the description. I'm going to figure this out.
Okay, I'll give you
Yeah,
one.
all
I'll
night
give you
now.
one more. He's a YouTube star, or not YouTube, TikTok star.
Oh, then I really wouldn't know him.
Oh.
I'm not on TikTok.
I'm on TikTok all the time. Like,
He's on TikTok, Facebook, and he's on YouTube, but I don't think he really does a whole lot on YouTube just yet.
and he looks like Matthew McConaughey.
Sort of.
No, I didn't say
Ish.
that. I
Or
didn't
is
say
he as
that.
smooth as Matthew McConaughey?
All
I
right,
got the
all
feeling.
right, all right.
He does have an uncle that's a Mexican American.
That's a what?
A Mexican American?
Mexican American.
What the hell is that?
I'm
I
giving you
guess
all
you're
the
gonna
clues. I'm giving you all the clues that you'll
I guess
ever
you're gonna
need.
have to watch the show when it airs.
Is he a drug addict? Does he
That's,
like
a good,
meth?
that's a good tease. That's a good tease.
Yeah, see, we can't say much more without giving it away, but I'll say it off camera, but I won't say it on camera. Just
Okay. Well, when does the episode drop? Let's say that.
Thursday.
Thursday. Okay, so everybody
really
stay
big.
tuned. to
Actually, you'll know
Thursday.
before Thursday. I'm gonna announce it on Sunday, but you know,
Well, stay tuned to next Thursday.
Next Thursday. Oh, this is Thursday. Shit, my bad.
Next
Yeah, the
Thursday.
13th.
It's been a while. It's been a long week.
We'll be on at 8, and then Basement Surge is on at 9.
Pretty much.
Back to back, baby. Let's go.
We should start a TV channel. Like,
Don't,
talking
don't.
shit on at 8, Basement Surge on at 9.
Get your TV guides, people.
That's right.
you
That's
can't
right.
even make those.
I'm gonna
They
make a
still make those?
podcasting guide.
We're gonna make a
You watch.
podcasting TV guide.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
Coming to Amazon stores.
But check out Talking Shit next Thursday. They got a surprise guest.
It's not me.
It's
I'm
not a
sorry.
surprise to them.
Well, yeah,
It's
a
to
surprise.
us.
I also have another one that I'm gonna. She should be calling anytime, maybe. That I
You'll
can't
announce
wait
that
to
day too.
Oh well, I'll probably announce that more. But on the
Okay.
22nd, we also have Tom Matthews from Friday the 13th, Part 6, Tommy Jarvis.
Ooh.
God dang. You guys
Wow.
doing your work. That's the hardest part of it.
That one
Yeah, it
was
is.
that
It
was
is
the
so
hardest.
hard.
That one was my hardest because I didn't think he was going to do it, and then all of a sudden, bam! He said, "Yeah, everybody else he's charging. He's not
Yeah.
charging us."
Wow.
And the
Well,
big
my
thing with it
guys-
is I don't want to turn it into an interview either. I just kind of want Tommy to just come on and just talk.
Well,
Yeah,
if we could get him to
whatever.
ask him a few questions, but other than that,
Of course.
we're going to just have him talk and tell us some stories.
We
Yeah.
we
What are the best ones
interviewed
like to watch?
Andre Gower from Monster Squad last year, and it's funny like how much information that dude just out of being a nice guy volunteered to us
Yeah.
for like 2 hours. It was all like when you get guests like that, like you're like that's super cool.
I love
They
it
give
when
you that
can
whole
get a-
behind the scenes feel.
Yeah.
Like you feel like you're there. Like holy
Yep.
crap,
Oh, it was unreal the stories he told us. Like that you would never know. Like there's no way you could ever know it except for to interview somebody like that.
Yeah, that's the way when I interviewed Tommy McGoughlin. He's the director of Part 6, Friday the 13th.
Nice.
And he when he told stories that nobody knew, or he told us about his ideas of what he wanted for Part 6, but the studio said no, and then he wanted to make another Friday the 13th, but the studio said no because he's too old.
Oh.
Friday the 13th, two old guys. There might not be another one coming.
There is.
Yeah, that franchise is definitely going away. I heard
Uh-huh.
it and Halloween are done.
Well, Friday the 13th is coming back because the lawsuit's over. They got a TV series coming on. It's called Camp Crystal Lake.
Camp Crystal Lake.
Nice.
They did a
And
TV
it's going to
series
be
back-
it's going to start as Pamela Voorhees as what she did before the first movie.
I
you
love
know.
those shows like that.
Yes,
like
so do I.
what they call them, prequel, or
Prequels.
whatever you want to call it. Yeah, kind of a prequel. But they did that Friday the 13th series back in the day, and
Right.
it just wasn't good.
Right.
But-
They did the Chucky series. I don't know if you've seen
Oh
that.
yeah, I haven't got to see it,
It
but I
is
heard it's
really
pretty good. Heard
It
it's
is
really
good. The second season is better than the first because it's more blood and guts and everything else. But
Nice.
it's
I
really
need
good.
to watch that. I keep forgetting to put that on my
I
list.
can't
'cause-
do series. I like the movies. When you go into a series, you lose me.
Oh man,
I
I like.
Listen, I thought the same thing, and then even like just shows, people were telling me, oh, you got to watch the show, and then I was like, I'm not ever gonna watch that show. And then there was Yellowstone.
Oh no, that's different.
Don't get me started.
Son of a bitch.
I
Don't
still
get
haven't
me
watched that.
started. I've watched all the prequel shows on Paramount, and I love the westerns.
So are
and
you doing it in order, or have you? Have you
you
not
know
watched
what?
Yellowstone?
I haven't watched any Yellowstone yet. Like
That's kind of a cool way to do
Watch
it.
the other ones that lead up to Yellowstone.
yeah. Heather and I started. What was the first one?
I'm gonna
18,
take
Oh, that's actually a pretty good. That I like that idea
1889?
actually.
1883 or something like that.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
we
Go with
watched
Faith
that
Hill
first
and
one.
Tim McGraw.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I watched. She didn't watch, but I did the next one, with Harrison Ford, which was amazing.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah, I
Did
heard
that
that
one
was.
get canceled?
No, they finished it. They
Oh,
finished
okay.
the season.
Oh,
you
they
know?
did like a story.
Yeah. And I think they're supposed to be doing another one between the Harrison Ford
That one might have got
and
canceled. I know they were having some kind of issue
and
with one of them.
Yellowstone.
I know this
Yeah.
is the last season for Yellowstone.
Yeah,
Right,
it probably should be.
Yeah, it's the
I,
last season because Kevin Costner is leaving.
Yeah, but I think
He's leaving because
they're a
he's getting a
season too
divorce.
long.
Yeah. Well, I haven't seen any Yellowstone, so don't get
We
me.
won't talk about it. We won't get
I
into
have
it.
not. I'm waiting for the series to end, and then I'll binge it.
There you go. It's really weird. Nobody
Right.
dies in the series. Like you're going to be very surprised. That's all I can
Super-
tell you.
Super impressive.
Somebody dies every week. Who are you kidding me?
Jeff!
It's Yellowstone.
It's
Hey,
amazing.
Listen,
watched-
it all happens on the train too. So
It's weird, I
It all
when I
takes place
first
on the
started
train.
watching stuff like this, I started off with Game of Thrones, and I learned not to like any character.
Right, don't fall in love with a character.
Yeah.
And then then I watched Son of Anarchy, and again, you don't get used to characters.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I'm a real sucker for westerns. I love westerns. I love cowboy movies, John Wayne movies. I love them.
Really?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. Clint Eastwood. I love Clint Eastwood. Western movies. Like I could sit down and watch them all day. So when this kind of movie,
Oh,
kind
you're
of
going to be dug in then. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah. So when this kind of show came out, I was like, oh, all right, leave me alone. I'm watching this. I'm just, it's just, I really like westerns. I grew up on them. My dad, watched them all the time. My grandpa, it was just huge in the house.
Oh yeah, yeah. Obviously, I'm an '80s kid. I was raised on it. It was always on
Yeah.
every weekend or
Cowboys,
whatever.
Indians.
Yeah.
I still like a good
was-
one.
I was always outside when those things were on.
Yeah.
Well, so was I, but it's like, you come inside, say, hey, grandpa, can I have a couple bucks for the ice cream man? And he'd be watching a Western, and it's kind
They're
of,
just
Here's
kinda-
my wallet's over there. Go.
yeah.
They were just on. Yeah, they were just
Right.
always on.
It was
Yeah.
always on, and
Bonanza was always on in my house.
Bonanza, yeah.
I was like, what the hell? The hell's
Yeah.
going on?
I'm a huge sucker for westerns. That's it.
I just hate my problem. I loved Game of Thrones. I loved all the other Western with the 1983. I loved all this, whatever 18.
No, 1983 would be really good too. A lot more cocaine.
Cocaine
That's going to
Cowboys.
be good. You're thinking of Miami Vice,
Oh,
which is super cool. too.
Right. Yeah.
but I can't handle the gruesome. I have to stop watching it. I can't get through an
But that's
entire
real
episode.
life.
I can't like. I get what's going on. I don't have to see what's going on, and that's
I
where you
see.
lose me.
The
I get
Yeah.
cringy. I get
I
all.
was gonna say Game of Thrones is pretty
one-
wicked.
Yeah,
That
I
taught me
mean,
a lot, and I couldn't
Not a
finish.
fan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
you never.
just-
How far did you get into it? You
Third?
watched one
third
episode, didn't you?
season, yeah.
third season,
Yeah.
but I watched 90% of it behind a pillow.
Well, see, I liked it all up to the last season. It was great until the last season. They rushed it too much,
Yeah.
and I was pissed about that. You
Yeah, I
have to wait
watched it.
2 years.
I watched like every episode in consecutive days. It was awesome.
Yeah,
I watched
me
like
too,
all
Jeff. Me
whatever
too,
it was.
Jeff. Like, I watched it from beginning to end.
It worked out. I started watching it during the last season, but I didn't watch any of the last season. I watched it, and by the time I finished, the whatever it was, the 8 before it or whatever the number was, I went right in, and then I watched the last episode on the same night that everybody else did. Like, I
Right.
spent like 3 months watching this thing.
Oh, that's awesome.
Loved it. But I
Oh,
see
I-
what people
I-
say. I see what people mean about the last season. I was just lucky enough that I didn't wait for it because I think I would have been disappointed.
I would have been happier if the guy would have actually finished writing all the books. And
Yeah,
it would have went
it
out
got
like
weird.
that instead of them doing it the way that they wanted
Yep,
to. Even though
agreed.
he told them, and he still has not even finished the books.
Yeah.
So have you read all the books?
No.
Yeah,
You have.
I have the books.
I haven't
Yes.
started them now.
That's cool. Yeah, Heather and I we're huge readers. She loves the Bridgerton series. Yeah,
So
so-
my wife.
Oh, I bet she does.
Yeah.
My wife loves watching. My wife told me I'd love them too. There's a lot of nudity in it. I'm like, wow, okay.
There's actually not. I like how tasteful it is.
Yeah. I
I
don't know.
love it. I
haven't
love
read
it.
them.
Yeah, my wife told me she liked it. I haven't. It
I
just
was born in the wrong time. I was born in the wrong era.
I basically have from the end of the NBA playoffs to the beginning of college football season to watch everything I could, all the movies, TV plus, once
So right now,
this is
So
my
right now.
time. But
Yep.
but then once you mix in the camping and all the other stuff, and then it's over. So like I got to squeeze in what I can.
yeah, we
whatever
only got a
fits,
couple
fits.
more weeks until preseason starts. and
Yep.
That's going to be interesting.
So,
So-
are you guys watching any baseball?
Actually,
Not
more.
a fan.
I
Mo-
watch it every so often.
Yeah. It's been big around here. I'm not a Reds fan, but the Reds are doing really well and they're exciting. So there's a lot of chatter. So therefore I get to talk to people about it. So I've been more engaged than I have in the last few years since the Cubs suck. So
Yeah,
I shouldn't say they
I got-
suck this year. They're just bad. They don't suck. They're just
I mean,
bad.
the Rays, they started off really good, and it's like that they're slowing down now for us. And
Big series this weekend.
yes,
Huge.
yeah, hopefully that they can get back on track because I'd like to see the Rays win a World Series.
I'd like to see him finish it off.
Yep. Because Tampa Bay is not wanting to give them a
Yep.
a stadium, so I look for them to go to Montreal Montreal.
Yeah, they're on
That's
the
where
cutting
they want
block.
to play
It's
half and half.
them. Who they talk about them? There's about 4 teams that. Or-
Yeah, the A's.
it-
The A's.
No,
they're
the
now
A's
gonna-
are done.
Yeah, the A's
Yeah,
are going to
the
go
A's
to Las
is
Vegas.
terrible.
And it's all about stadiums. That's
Yep.
all it's about. Is the stadium deals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys know that the A's have the lowest attendance rate in the stadiums?
I think that they tried to. I think they did that
Yeah.
purposely so that they could get out of their lease and go to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Really?
That's a done deal.
That's a done deal. Yep.
Wow.
I mean, like the Washington Redskins. Well, I'm sorry, the Washington whatever. They
The
they're going to be voted on.
Commanders.
The Commanders, yeah, whatever. They're always going to be the Redskins to me.
Yeah.
They're voting on what next week for the sale of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should sell the team.
Oh,
Absolutely.
they already are.
Yeah, it's pretty much a done deal as soon as they okay it
Good.
I have been watching a bunch of
for
Astros.
a cool $7 billion.
That's the game I'm going to be taking my
Chump
daughter
change.
to. My daughter, we're going to go to the Rays Astro game in September.
Yeah,
Nice.
I've been watching
I got
the
free tickets.
Astros and what's the other one? The Dodgers. I've been watching a lot of Dodgers.
I
'cause,
won't watch the
That's
Dodgers.
my team.
Padres.
I love the Dodgers. Padres. I've been
That's
watching.
my team.
That's like
And-
watching the Yankees. Dodgers and the Yankees. Dodgers are a little bit lower, but I can't watch.
Yeah, but the
I can't
Dodgers,
handle
they
Yankees.
lose occasionally.
Yankees are so
overrated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
Dodgers
I
are in
think-
trouble.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about what their standing is in the season.
Yeah, they
Especially with, I mean, the NL East is heating up. I mean, there's
Yeah.
everybody's
the
getting their shit
Braves,
together.
hell.
And the
Yeah,
Braves,
Braves really got their shit together. I mean, what it was last night during the Reds game that guy was told they wanted to look at his bat because it looked weird.
Yep.
And
Right.
what did he do right after that? He cracked a home run,
Yeah.
445 feet.
yeah,
Well,
they was
how
they
about
was messing
the
with him.
pitcher? I forget what team he was on, but like he's standing there getting ready to pitch, and all he's doing is like putting his hand up in his hair, and like
Oh, he's greasing his fingers.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Max Scherzer was
Right.
one that was suspended.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
pulling
yeah.
his hair. Like you can watch him and he's pulling on it because
Yeah,
he's
like
getting that-
he's got the resin in his hair, and he's just like
You don't
putting
think
his
it's
fingers
gel?
through it.
Oh, I love it. I love it when they have it on their neck and they say, "Well, I don't know how it got there."
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I noticed that what they started doing this season is that the pitchers are getting inspected as they leave the mound.
Yep.
I
Oh,
think-
really?
Every other inning, it seems like they're inspecting them. Make sure
Right.
there's nothing in their hands or belt or.
Yeah, the umpires are checking them as they leave the mound now between innings.
Used to be a nice family game, and now
Well, you know what? We got cheaters.
cheaters.
Okay.
There's always been cheaters, just they're getting caught more now.
You know, it used to be worse than ever.
Yes.
Cheating in sports, nonsense.
never happens.
Nonsense.
Nonsense.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining us this week on the live show, the weekly live surge.
Such a buzzkill.
We're over an hour already. Like people's retention rate
He's
is
so
going down the
old.
toilet.
He's so old.
Okay.
It went away. Their retention rate went down like 5 minutes
Who
into
was
it.
watching us
Right.
to begin with?
Right. Well, I like to get whatever. Thank you for joining us, everybody. You can follow Brian and Mark on the show, Talking Shit, SHTTTT, right? TTTTT.
3 T's.
Right. It's a great show. Like Talking Shit actually reminds me a lot of the Basement Surge back in the beginning. Like
All we do is talk shit with each other.
Yeah,
And
that's
guess.
it. That's it. It's amazing. I love it. Jeff, we can't really find you anywhere because you're not really doing a show.
Because I'm retired, obviously.
Okay.
Hey,
Well, the
Do a show like-
season's about to be here, so
Hey, when
get hot.
you do a show or when you decide to do a show or whatever or podcast, let us know. I'd like to listen to it.
There you go.
We got some things in the work. We'll see.
There you
it's,
go.
it's going to be called the Ohio State Show. Or
Oh,
you're gonna
I
listen
did
to it.
that. I did that for
Hey.
a while.
And I'll call it the same thing I call it now. And I'll be nice. I won't say what I say.
All right. Sorry.
Go Sports.
Jesus.
Actually, you'd be very surprised because I'm probably harder on them than anybody else is.
You got to be harder on your own team, right?
That's what I keep trying to tell people.
That's
Oh, I
it.
love that.
Like I'm a
I'm on the
Steelers
team
fan, and
level.
I'm still trying to figure out why their heads up their asses. I
Yeah,
hope they
exactly.
turn it around this
As soon as you let up on them, then
All right, everybody. Thank you for watching tonight. Thank you for
just
watching
got
on
played off.
Facebook.
How about that?
Thank you for watching
like him at the
on
Oscars.
Facebook and YouTube. And thank you very much for watching on Instagram. We are the first time streaming on Instagram.
And
live
we had
show.
more people, so you should listen
Yeah,
to me. and
it was
more
awesome.
often.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right, everybody, hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, ring the bell. Don't forget to listen to our most recent episode where I spoke to
Blah, blah,
Paul
blah.
Cubby Ryan from 106.7 Light FM over on iHeartMedia, iHeartRadio. Don't forget to go check that out. All right, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Let's go. Turn up the volume. Tone the basement of the Empire State. This is the Basement Surge.
3, 2, 1.